Hello guys, John Joker 12 back here again with another episode of the Paulcast Failed. Now, before you listen, I guess I should say that, unfortunately, I couldn't get Paul to do this intro, but I guess I just wanted to do it. And this episode is particularly a fail because, well, to tell you the truth, I don't really know why. I haven't really listened to it yet. So, but let's exclude that and just listen to why it's a fail. Alright, thanks.
Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Skip it the fuck yet! Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the podcast. The podcast that's all Dream Warriors, we can be heroes and thought of our dreams. Dream Warriors. I am Paul Acosta.
I am Paul Acosta's master, Jonathan Peralta.
Well, you're almost right. You it's just that last part. You should change that to bitch.
I am not the bitch.
Hey, Lois.
Enough with your impressions.
We
fucko.
beat her.
Alright, fucko. Well, how do you want to start this off anyways? You want to talk about the Arquette thing that we were just speaking about seconds ago?
Yeah, guys. Before we get into we don't really have any topics. We're just gonna ramble. But,
This is another rambling episode, so...
But basically, what he's talking about is that just a few seconds before we started this thing, basically what we did is I did like
Basically, I pulled out my pants.
I ripped off of David Arquette
And Paul Acosta.
and Patricia Arquette.
Sucking.
I would talk about Alexis Arquette, but I don't want to.
Why? Because you don't know what it is?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that thing is.
You fuck.
And Bride of Chucky, I thought it was a dude, but
It's a chick.
I don't know what the fuck it is. So I just stick with Patricia and David.
Alright, well, what's the impression?
They have another brother, but I don't give a shit about his ass.
What's the impression?
No, I'm just saying, like, you really take David Arquette seriously as a man? I mean, look at Patricia Arquette in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, and you look at David Arquette in Scream. Which one is more of a man? And she's a badass. Patricia's a badass in Nightmare on Elm Street 3. You kidding me? In Scream, David Arquette doesn't even know what he's doing half the time. He's all clueless. Huh? Hi, Kale. I'm 25 years old. You don't look a day over 20. Yes, man. You know, like a Barney Fife kind of fuck. So, yeah. Then he goes into the house looking for Stu.
For Stu?
And Billy.
What is he looking for? Shit?
And Billy.
He's looking for shit?
Yeah.
Stu. You know what
And he's like,
Stu
huh? Kale? Sid? Anybody? Then he gets startled by a scene of Halloween. And he thought that was a kid. Huh? And you just see Lori falling down.
You're horrible.
I know.
You suck at everything.
I know.
Are you good at anything? What are you good at?
I'm good at being terrible.
That's the only thing you're good at.
And I'm good at being, I'm good at being.
A fucking asshole.
I'm good at being.
Gay? Your gay life is like, woo!
My dick is like, woo! No, really, guys. I am dead sexy.
You can't back that up.
If you saw me in Moonscar, you know I'm not sexy.
Moonscar is not even out. No one has seen it before. Bitch.
No, but if you guys did see it, you would be totally repulsed by my physical appearance.
No shit.
Yeah. Especially my fat face. I did this horrible look when I'm like, it looks just so terrible.
Guys should not be the stars of horror films. Like, that's all you gotta say, man. Guys should not be the stars of horror films.
Yeah, well,
It's meant to be women.
Yes, tell that to that bitch in Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
What?
Nightmare on Elm Street 2. You got the body, I got the brains.
You fucking ass. That was a good impression. You got the body, I got the brains. Do it again. Do it again. Your face impression was hysterical. Come on.
You've got the body, I've got the brains.
You just sound like that clown from Spawn.
I guess. Doors.
It's just my mom.
Well, yeah, I do sound like that clown from Spawn. But what can you do? Right? I mean, I pretty much look like a physical representation of Violator.
Violator.
All I need is to make them. Other than that, I'm pretty much saying I'm repulsive, I'm disgusting, and I suck. I don't want to die with you two assholes. You guys suck. But yeah, guys. No, I'm just doing impressions because I've been watching because David Arquette's character. I mean, he was funny in Scream because he doesn't know what he's doing at the time, right? So. But yeah, basically, yeah, like you said, this episode is gonna be mostly about rambling. So we're just gonna get into the rambling of things. You know, like Alfred, get back into the swing of things, Master Wayne. So basically, you want to talk about what you wanted to say, sir?
No.
You don't want to?
No.
Or you want to wait?
I just want to not. Bitch.
Dream on dream of the time of our dreams.
Can you stop singing that godforsaken song?
It's an awesome song.
It's a piece of shit.
It's not a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit.
How come everybody loves it?
Because they're a piece of shits.
Fuck you.
Mr. Fuck.
It's an awesome song, you bitch.
It's not awesome, man.
It is awesome.
How is that song awesome? I want to know.
It made the movie awesome.
How the fuck is that possible? The only reason that movie was awesome because they brought back Wes Craven.
Well, yes and no.
What? Asshole?
Yes and no. See, he wrote an early draft of the story, but he just had screenplay.
Yeah, but I had that Wes Craven feel.
Yeah, because it
made
had
it more badass.
Because of Heather Langenkamp.
Suck it, whore.
And then she got her ass killed. That kind of sucks for me personally.
I think the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is awesome, but it makes zero to no sense, I think is the best way to say it.
What, the movies?
Yeah, none of them make sense. The ending always has Freddy dead, and then somehow he comes back to life in the last second. How the I don't know. The whole franchise doesn't make sense, from day one to day zero.
I guess.
I don't know. It makes zero fucking sense to me.
So the first one doesn't make sense to you?
No.
What, the ending?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. How the fuck is she...
You don't get the ending?
No, how the fuck is she come back? Everything's happy and cool. She's wearing nice clothes. And then
the idea of that...
And then the fucking Johnny Depp and her friends come back and shit. How the fuck are they alive? They dead. I mean...
No, the idea is that it was all just... The whole movie, up until that point, is all just a dream.
So the entire movie was not reality.
No, it was all a dream.
It was all a dream.
And then it's actually... And in the ending, it's about to actually happen. She's trying to warn her mother before the events happen. But then it's too late.
So everything was a complete dream.
Yeah.
How do you explain the sequels?
That's where Bob Shea comes in. That little scene where you see Freddy take Nancy's mom into the thing, that was not supposed to be in there. That
Obviously.
He gave him that for that book, for a sequel.
I know. So from day one, it completely didn't make sense.
Yes, we'll blame Bob Shea. He wanted that hook. He wanted to do sequels. Now Wes Craven did not want it to be a franchise.
Yeah, because franchises suck.
You should know that if you watch the Elm Street documentary.
Franchises suck because they drain the shit out of your main character. They're drainers.
So you don't like any of the sequels?
Of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Any horror franchise? Halloween.
I don't know.
You like Halloween 2, don't you? That's a sequel.
Not technically.
It is a sequel.
It's not. Halloween 2 is technically not a sequel, seeing as how it's placed on the same night.
It picks up where it left. A sequel is a film that picks up where the last one left off. That is.
Years later.
Well, this one
this one took place seconds after the first one.
So let me guess. So to you, this is like an extended version.
Yeah. I like to consider Halloween 2 is like just an extended version of Halloween 1. Everything else sucks.
Halloween 4?
Halloween 4 I like, but it doesn't make sense.
How does it not make sense?
Because Michael was burned alive. He was burned to a crisp in the end of the sequel. How the fuck did he come back in the fourth one all catatonic in some hospital and shit?
I thought he can't be killed.
Then how is he catatonic?
But I thought you said he can't be killed.
I know, but like, wouldn't you want to see Jason just die already? Like, God, I'm sick of your hockey shit. Fuck off, you fucking meat fuck.
Jason's a force of nature. He's practically a zombie. He
He is a zombie. He needs to die already. Cut his head off and let him die.
You know, they did that.
Yeah, which one?
Jason goes to hell. They blew him up.
Yeah, but it was bullshit because his ghost life was like running around or something.
Well, what do you expect? If people love the movies and it's successful, they keep doing sequels. That's the general idea.
I don't like sequels.
Well, I do. Unlike you, I like seeing more. If it's a good movie, I would like to see more of it.
Sequels suck.
Yeah, fuck you.
Nothing's better than the original.
Dark Knight trilogy?
Nothing's
Dark
better
Knight trilogy.
in the horror franchise. In the horror franchise.
Yeah, sequels are not better than the original.
In the horror franchise, sequels suck cock.
Well, no, let me see. Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2 can suck in my dick.
Evil Dead 2 is not better than the first one?
Evil Dead is the best. Evil Dead's the best.
Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead's the best.
Evil Dead 2.
Okay, Scream 2. Is that better than the first one?
No.
Fuck no. Friday 13th Part 2. Is that better than the first one?
Well, if you like the Jason character, yeah.
Suck.
If you don't like
The original killer, motherfucker, the original killer was his fucking mom.
Yeah, but if
Jason
you
Voorhees was dead.
But if you don't give a shit about Mrs. Voorhees being the killer and you only care about Jason, then part 2 to you would be the better.
Part 2, there shouldn't be a franchise period. The killer wasn't Jason, it was his mother. Without the mother, you have nobody.
Actually, you wouldn't have Jason if Alice didn't kill Mrs. Voorhees.
Without the mom, you got no Jason.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
That's why they should have kept the mom the main killer. You know, like you shoot her, Alice, whatever, gets her head like bumped. She wakes up after a coma or something, and then she finds out like, you know, Jason's mom's still alive. And then there you get your franchise. You keep going, you know, like Jason. Like you think it's Jason, but no, it's his mom.
Come here.
So you don't like my ideas?
I don't like anything you say.
So you're saying that sequels are better than the original in the horror, the horror genre?
Well, I think some of them may not be better.
Hellraiser Part 2, is that better than the original?
I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know.
You haven't seen the Hellraiser franchise?
I haven't seen Hellraiser 2 in a long time, so I don't really remember.
Hellraiser is a fucked up movie.
No shit, it's from Clive Barker. He's fucked up.
He is fucked up.
He creates the most craziest shit you've ever seen in your life.
Exactly. Clive Barker is a fucked up person.
That's what's awesome.
He made a fucked up movie, and it's fucking awesome because it's so fucked up. It doesn't even make sense, but it's fucked up.
Exactly. So you don't like the look opinion?
Today, no. Because if you look at it today, it's like, really? I mean, like, couldn't you make him like look more disgusting or something?
More like the needle's longer?
Something like that. Like if you did a Hellraiser today, Pinhead would have looked completely different. You have like spikes coming out instead of pins.
Yeah. Well, it was the 80s? Yeah. I don't know. I think
Child's Play Part 2, is that better than the original?
You know, Child's Play, I can honestly say
I consider it more of a comedy.
I can say they're both equally good in my opinion.
I don't know. I consider it more of a comedy. The second you give Chucky more things to say, it's like, really?
I don't look, I don't think look, this is what I think. Like maybe the sequels may not be better than the first of the series, but the sequels are some of the sequels are better than other sequels. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. The third film was the best of the sequels. How rarely do you ever see a third film in a franchise that's
If
awesome?
I have to quote somebody, I will quote this one person, Drew Barrymore in Scream. The first one was the best, but the rest sucked.
Well, of course the first one's the best.
Boom! Drew Barrymore said it, not me.
I'm talking about the sequels, asshole. I'm not talking about
Exactly.
the
She was talking about the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
But I'm saying if
She
I
said
had
the
to pick
original
one
was-
of the sequels, I
the
would say the
orig-
part 3 is the best.
The original was the best, and the rest sucked.
If I have to pick which of the sequels is good, I would have to pick the third.
You know what? Let's just watch Passion of Christ because everybody can agree that movie sucks. It's like I'm gonna spend my day watching Jesus get the fucking shit kicked out of him. There's a horror movie for you.
They hung him on a cross. They hung him on a cross for me. One day when I was lost, they hung him on a cross.
Nobody can fuck with that. How do you consider Passion of the Christ a good movie? It's a movie. It's like an hour of just watching Jesus get the fuck shit kicked out of him. It's like Mel Gibson was just like, you know what? I hate Jews, and I want to see them pay. Let's see the King of Jews die.
Honestly, it's like the only 2 films I can respect him for is probably just The Patriot and Braveheart.
What about Lethal Weapon? Lethal Weapon's the shit.
Like I said, I don't have an affinity for fucking action movies.
You just say that because you're a pain in the ass.
You know, it's because I don't give a shit about cops chasing criminals in cars and guns. Like Die Hard movies, I hate those kind of movies. Too many. You should stop. It's getting cliched. And yeah, what do? They make another Die Hard sequel.
Of course, it's a franchise. You're going to continue making them until Bruce Willis dies.
Yeah, well, that's one
And
franchise
then, you know what
I
they're
wish
gonna
they
do?
would never make sequels.
And then you know what they're going to do? When Bruce Willis dies, you know what they're going to do?
Oh.
They're going to reboot the franchise and make a new John McClane.
And who the hell wants that?
I don't know anybody.
You know, Bruce Willis is probably the only actor I would never want to meet in person.
Why? Because he'll kick your ass?
No.
I heard you talk shit about Die Hard.
He just looks intimidating.
And then, bam, punch you in the face.
He just looks like the kind of guy that's never happy.
Why?
I don't know.
Because Ashton Kutcher took away Demi Moore from him?
I don't even want to go into that. At all.
Why?
I don't want to go into that.
You don't think that was a good reference?
I don't want to go into that Ashton and Demi fucking debate. I don't want to get into that. Don't go there with me. Don't go there.
Ashton Kutcher can suck it.
Don't go there with me. I don't want to go anywhere near that
Why?
because I don't.
Why? It's too depressing, or you don't like talking shit about Ashton Kutcher?
No, not at all.
Because you love him.
I don't know about that. I only liked him in a few things. I don't like him in everything. I liked him in that 70s show because he was a total moron, which is hilarious to see on anything. Like just a moron character. And Dude, Where's My Car?
That's the only shit you like Ashton Kutcher in?
And everything else, I don't give a shit. And I guess the Butterfly Effect.
I guess so.
I'll give him credit in that, for horror film.
How is that a horror movie?
Well,
Isn't it more like
psychological?
Is it more like a psychological thriller?
Kind of. I guess kind of like a Silence of the Lambs kind of thing, I guess.
But less gay?
Yeah, Silence of the Lambs is actually good. But, yeah.
Why don't you talk about your project you're working on currently, Sinner? Why don't you talk about that?
Well, I've talked about it like a million times, but... guys, I mean,
don't
obviously...
talk about the story. Just talk about, like, what you're doing now.
The story of Sinner is basically like...
I just said don't talk about the story.
Isn't that what you just said?
I just said don't talk about the story.
It's my shit. I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah, fuck you.
Well, no, guy. Well, I mean, I'm working on Sinner. I mean, like I said in my last video, my vlog. There hasn't really been any update. I mean, it's still like halfway done. I still need a lot to do, but it'll probably be a while before you guys see it like up on YouTube and stuff. But I just want you to know that it's gonna be. Excuse me. What?
Oh!
When I deal with some asshole.
That hurts.
That's the whole point. But yeah.
Just get to the point.
I feel more and more every time we do an episode, the Paulcast gets more.
Piece of shit. Alright guys, I really hoped you enjoyed that episode, but I know it was kind of short, similar to episode 4, but the reasoning behind that is that because nowadays, because of interruptions and because of, issues, it's kind of getting harder and harder to record the basic episode. So if it's hard enough to do like a Paulcast episode, then obviously it's kind of hard to put together a Paulcast failed episode. So obviously I can't really say that, oh yeah, I'll come back next week and there's going to be another episode. For now, I guess just keep checking out my videos and just wait and see until the next failed episode comes out, which if we get back, me and Paul get back into the making of these episodes more often, then there's going to be more failed episodes. But for now, I guess I can only say thank you for watching, and this episode is short like Paul Acosta. Alright, thanks.